Next, I'll show another way that we can use the code interpreter. We don't have to only upload data sets, CSV files, SQL files, JSON files. We can also upload things like text files or a zip folder or an image. And then we can ask it to do certain operations depending on that type of information we provide. So I'll start by uploading an image that I've generated. Let's pick one. This is just an image I made using Midjourney. I don't know if it will let me. Yeah, I can't show it to you here. Okay, hang on. All right, here it is. It's a coral reef, basically. Nothing spectacular. I have a handful of images that I've generated that we'll do some of this later in the course. Photorealistic, sort of collage-y things, just illustrations. But whatever the image is, I'm now going to ask it to process the image. So I'll just upload it first. It will recognize that I got a PNG. And then I can do any sort of Python image processing that I could do on my own machine, which you may not be all that familiar with, but there's a lot of image libraries. I can do things like change the file format, change the resolution, change the, I could even make it black and white. Why don't I start by convert the image to a JPEG? I don't know why you would want to go from PNG to JPEG. Usually I'd prefer to go the other direction. But I just want to show you that we can do things like this. And now it provides me with a file that I can download. And then I have this JPEG on my machine. I could also try, can you make the image black and white? And you can see the code that it's doing right here. So it's converting it to black and white. I'll download it and just prove to you that it works. Here's my downloads. Here's our JPEG version. And here's the black and white version. Now, where this could be pretty useful is if you have a whole file full of stuff. Like, let's say I have 100 images, which I won't do because there is a maximum upload size, but maybe I have a folder that has 5 images. Let's just start with that. I'm going to compress this. It still only wants us to upload things as a zip file. I actually haven't tried uploading multiple things like this. Let me just see what happens. Yeah, it only wants me to upload one at a time, which is fine because I have this compressed zip file I just made, images.zip. I'm going to upload that, and then I'll say, can you unzip the contents and convert all the image files to JPEGs and make them black and white. It's only 5. It wouldn't take me that long to do it myself manually. But now we can start to automate some of these processes, whatever the right plural is, and do it all in the browser. Instead of asking it to write us code, copy the code on our machine, then run it, we just upload the files, tell it what we want, and, zip file might not, contain any PNG files. Let's see. Check the contents of the unzipped directory. It unzipped it, so it looks like it's going to work. And then this creates the images folder. Inside of that, it's going to find my images. There we go. It should find them now. So it explains its work as it goes. It found the images folder, but no images. Then it tried going into the images folder, found the images. Now it's converting them all to JPEGs and making them black and white. And here are the beautiful file names that it gave me. These are some of the Midjourney file names. And we wait. It didn't actually share them with me. It just says you can view these files in converted images. Can you share me a link to download the converted images? Aha, there we go. So I just had to ask it. Let's go to my downloads. Here's converted images. Open it up. And we have JPEGs with the original, and then a JPEG black and white. So I guess I kind of asked it to do both things. I meant to do them simultaneously, which it still worked, but it did some extra stuff we didn't really need it to do. Anyway, just a simple example But that's another type of information that we can upload, right? An image. You can upload PDFs, text files, and there are tons of libraries that it knows about. Not every Python library will be able to work, but tons of them will work, where you can get it to automate some of your workflows. So I don't know if you really need to convert PNGs to JPEGs and make them black and white all that often, but just another example of how this could be useful.